What's going on, guys? Mitch here, and today we're taking a look at this Lezyne Pocket Drive Pro pump. As you probably have known, I had, well, you will have, you'll find out at some point here, I flatted on a ride last year and decided that I always wanted to carry a pump in my pocket moving forward in my little raffle bag. So I'm going to actually do a little bit of a EDC kind of carry video at some point here on what I carry in my saddlebag. Or my raffle bag, depending, but it all kind of starts with this pump. So I wanted to quickly do an unbox, so to speak, on this pump, show you some of the features, talk about it. So let's get started. So basically 160 psi, as you can see on the paperwork here. We've got a tube or a hose that comes out of the middle here, it pulls out of the back and screws in the front, which we'll show. A couple different variations that you can connect, Schrader, Presta, etc. You can scan that if you guys want to find out more information. I'll just hold there for a sec. And what else do we got on the back here? A couple more little tips and tricks on how to use it. And then if you want to read that as well, I will hold it there for a sec and you can go ahead and read it. But anyway, not a big deal. Let's take this guy off. And more than anything, let's talk about this pump. So let's get this unscrewed off the box and we'll cut it there, okay? Alright, so as we can see here, it comes with this little aluminum mount, and that's, there you go, there's your screen grab, there's your Pocket Drive Pro. So basically guys, the Pocket Drive Pro versus the Pocket Drive Regular, basically it comes down to this little aluminum carrier. So if you don't need the aluminum carrier, I think it's 20 bucks more to go with, to have that option. I just figured, you know what, I'm not going to use it right away, but it's good to have. You never know what bike it ends up on. I'm more interested in the pump itself, so we're going to put that aside, but basically just know the only difference that as far as I can tell between this and the Pocket Drive Regular is that it's rainbow colored and then this little aluminum carrier, so not a big deal. In terms of the pump itself, well, like I mentioned, it's got that kind of rainbow electric color to it, which is whatever, I could really care less. We have that marking on it as well, as we can see here. 160 psi, which is more than enough for just about any road bike that you're going to use, or any bike in particular. The only problem is this is very, very small. That's what she said. So what does that mean? Well, you're going to be pumping this one a while. And it's an emergency pump. It's not your primary pump. On the tip here we can see this little rubber gasket pops off, and that's where you can see inside there's some threaded, some threads there, aluminum threads. And that's where we screw our hose into. So I'm assuming on the other end, the hose will pop out of here. It should be this. Yep, on the screws. And lo and behold, let's take a look at this real quick first. So we have Schrader, Presta. Oh, let's make sure that's gonna actually, there we go. Schrader, Presta, Pocket Drive. And basically you're just gonna connect whichever end makes the most sense, I believe. So let's give it a go. We want to do Presta, so we're going to connect the Schrader end. Is that how that works? Or are we just connecting, sorry, what am I doing? Let's go back. So we want to do Schrader end, right? Okay, so it's a parallel thread, so it seals on a gasket, so don't lose that gasket. So you tighten it on there, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're all connected, and that's the size of your pump. Quite small, to be honest. And then that threads onto your Presta valve, as you can tell, because it's got that little gasket on the inside there. Pretty sweet. I just want to see how this threads on. If we were to flip it around, same thing. We've got an O-ring, it seals up against the pedal under the body, and then I don't know how I guess a Presta would thread inside that as well. Okay, cool. So pretty simple. Now, the main thing that you'd buy this for is obviously the size, because for me, this one is going to be inside a raffle bag. It's going to be inside my jersey pocket, right? So I'll show you what that looks like. I'm not going to show you everything that's in it, but I did want to show you real quick what what that looks like. Okay, so one sec. Okay, so I just want to reiterate once again the size of this. So that's a case for AirPods. So your AirPods are almost half the size of this pump. three of them would easily be longer. So that's your AirPod case. I use this. It's a Rafa. I don't remember the version of the bag, but it is the regular bag. I do have a bigger version of it here as well to give you an idea on size. I have not used this one though because this one fits everything I need, but this will basically just go inside there and no issues whatsoever. Move things around, and to give you an idea of currently what I'm carrying here, just to give you an idea, there's some Band-Aids, some money, GoPro batteries, some Nun stuff, nothing too crazy. I usually throw my AirPods in there, and I'll probably put a tube and a multi-tool, and maybe even be done with carrying things on the bike. So there you go. That's all I wanted to show you, but very small pump. Comparison-wise, it's absolutely minuscule. There's a multi-tool, a Crank Bros multi-tool by example. It's the smallest pump that I can find available right now, so I figure why not. It's sure going to take longer to pump up a tire, but I don't plan on using it. And I'll also still carry one CO2 cartridge as a redundancy because you never know what happens. And you never want to put all your eggs in one basket, honestly, when you're completely far away. Or conversely, if you are buddy flats and for some reason this doesn't work with their stuff. I would also always recommend that take the pump, go use it right away on your bike. See how it works, pump up, connect it to your thing, your valve, etc., just to make sure it works before you use it. And if there's ever any problems, you're not going to find that out when you're 30, 40, 50 kilometers away from your house and you're in a pinch. So anyway, that's it, guys. Figured you guys want to check this out because it's a pretty sweet little pump. So I'll leave you there. If you have any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, we'll catch you later. Peace.